She will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economics.
Isn't that something? You've got the nigger woman out front, women sticking out their chest, you know what I mean? And they going to answer the door. And the nigger man, hey baby, get the dough. You know what I'm saying? What can she stop at the door?
Absolutely.
But the role that she has assumed is where, hey, she's the boss and the master of the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never, you know, when I lived here with my mother and my grandmother, if you ring that doorbell 20 times, they would sit there and look at television like they hadn't heard it if I'm in the house. Because it was my mother's house, and I had told her, don't you answer the door, mother, because you ain't got nothing to turn nobody around with. When I go to that door, I'm going to be able to turn them around if they need to be turned around. So my mother, my grandmother, hey, they were the top leaders in my house until I became a man. And when I became a man, I had to assume my leadership role because I didn't know nothing different. Let me tell you something. If I had been broken, thank God that I am not broken. But if I had been broken, I would have been the head scratchingest, behind scratchingest, grinningest, tap dancingest, boot licking, sock sucking nigga you'd ever seen, because what I do, I try to do it well if I had been broken. But thanks to God, I was not broken. But if I had been broke, and I wouldn't have cared what black folks would have been saying about me, they'd be talking, look at that nigga grin, and I wouldn't have cared. As long as I'm all right with the white man, I wouldn't have cared. I could have given less than a damn what they were saying, as long as I was all right with him, if I had been broken.
I think that broken men don't care. They don't realize that they're broken men.
No, they don't.
They don't realize that they're broken. They just going along doing what they do because that's what they do.
That's correct.
They don't know that they're broken.
And putting the female out front and they're behind, scared and cowered and down and looking. This is what has been done to us through scientific methods. It's not the way that we came. This is what has happened to us through scientific methods. Some get broken, and by some reason or another, some don't get broken. Okay, please continue.
And in just a minute, by the same token, I think that black women go along being in the front because they don't know anything else. They don't know that their place is behind their man, not in front of their man.
They don't have nothing to lean on.
No, and maybe to say behind their man is strong, but beside him.
Yes, but why would you go out here and lean on a twig? If you lean on a twig, you would fall and the twig would fall.
Yeah, but if you don't have a broken man.
Yeah, if you don't. I'm saying if you don't have a broken man, then that makes a difference, because a broken man will be able to keep you upright.
Yeah, yeah.
You won't fall.
You won't fall.
But if you have a twig, you gotta stand on your own 2 feet because you can't lean on the twig.
I am so glad I don't know anything about a broken man.
Making hens crow and making roosters lay eggs.
Making hens crow and making roosters lay eggs. Oh well. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us.
Isn't there something?
His woman.
Out of frozen fear. Now you that's the beginning of Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of Crime Stoppers. For out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. Okay, let's go on.
He cannot get past her early infant slave molding process. He is a good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. By the time a nigger boy reaches the age of 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work and the reproduction of a unit of good labor force. continually through the breaking of uncivilized savage niggers by throwing the nigger female savage into a frozen psychological state of independency, by killing of the protective male image, and by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever, unless a phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position of the male and the female. Savages, we show what we mean by example. Take the case of the 2 economic slave units and examine them closely.
Let's go back for just a minute. We have created an orbiting circle